Hi, boys and girls. That's my dog you see on the screen. This is Miss Veazey, and this is 6.2. Our lesson is on, of course, collecting data and measurement, but we're going to be talking about natural measures that are based on our body, and also standard units of measurement, which are centimeters, millimeters, and inches. You can see on your screen, this is a page from your student reference book, and we're going to talk about natural measures and standard units. So some of the ones that we're going to talk about today are actually ancient. They were used by ancient people a long time ago who didn't have inches and centimeters and rulers and measuring tape. So what they did was they based them on the human body, and they measured length and distance. Some of the ones are shown here on your page. We're only going to use a few of them in today's lesson and tomorrow's, but here are a few. The fathom, that's their arm span. The cubit, from your elbow to the tip of your fingers on your hand. The finger stretch, from your pinky to your forefinger. The great span, from your pinky to your thumb. The span of your hand. We will be using that one. And then the self-explanatory ones. 2-finger width, it's the width of 2 fingers. 1-finger width, and the joint, which is the width, if you bend your finger, is the width of the flat finger joint there. So some of these we're going to be using in addition to the standard units of length, which is inches, centimeters, millimeters. We're going to be using these today and tomorrow's lesson to, of course, collect data. So to review, the standard lengths, when you're measuring the ruler, of course we can measure in centimeters that come in whole numbers, in halves, and in tenths of a centimeter. In inches, we measure in whole, in a half, in a fourth or a quarter of an inch, in eighths, and the smallest ones are sixteenths. Okay, so let's practice first with tenths of a centimeter. So I have my interactive ruler here. Of course, I'm going to line it up. The very first rule that you must remember whenever you're measuring is you have to line it up exactly on the zero. I'm going to see if I can match it up as close as I possibly can. But I can't be correct unless I do that first. So let's use our magnifier to look. We see the whole numbers, and we know that we're past 9 whole centimeters. But how many more tenths of a centimeter are we? Count the smallest marks. Can you tell? What do you think it is? I'm going to try and take a guess. I'm going to try 9 and 4/10. Not correct. What could I have done wrong? Maybe my zero isn't quite lined up. I think maybe it's closer to 9 and 5/10. What do you think? Great. Let's try another one. Line up that zero exactly. See how many holes it is. 7 holes. Use the magnifier. How many more tenths past the 7 holes is it? Count. What do you think? Let's take a guess. 7 and 7/10. Great. Awesome. Okay. Now, let's review our inches. Okay. When we review inches, we have whole, 1/2, fourths, eighths, and sixteenths. Let's review the smallest one, the sixteenths. As you can see, inches are larger. They are a larger unit. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 full inches. Of course, we line it up right on the zero mark, not the end of the ruler, but the actual zero mark. We look to see what it is. This is an easy one, 5. Didn't even need the measuring magnifier. Okay, let's use it for this one. Okay, it's 2 holes, and I see the half mark, but it's past the half mark. So if we're counting sixteenths, the very, very, very smallest measurements between the whole inches, we have to count each little line between 2 whole inches and 3 whole inches to see how many more. We know we have 2 holes, and I see we have more than the half mark. Half of 16 small marks would be 8. So I think we have more than 8/16. How many more than 8/16? See if you can count. Let's give it a try. 2 whole inches and 11/16. Great job. Did you get it? Let's try another one. Remember to line up that 0. How many whole inches? 5 whole inches. Oh, but look very carefully. How many more 16ths? It's not just a whole 5 inches. There's maybe a 16th there. So how would we write it? 5 and 1/16. Did you get it? Great job. One more. Use the magnifier. Look carefully. You're going to have to do this in your partnership tomorrow. 5 holes, and it's past the half mark. So I know it's more than 8/16. How many more than 8/16? Looks like it's almost to the next whole number, 6 inches. So 5 and 13/16. Great. All right, boys and girls, so that was a review of the natural measures of length, okay, that you see here on the page, and also the standard measures of length, okay, inches, centimeters, millimeters. Okay, good luck. See you soon.